Stadium in Houston. Today, a good one on tap in the AFC South. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Mike Tirico in the booth with Greg Olsen and Blake Groupie on the field to get this started. Off we go from Houston. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg, it is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, number 2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
Think back to a couple years ago, he's the 2nd overall pick. He's the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Going into year 2, Mike, I think the expectations were that he was going to blow up onto the scene and be MVP-type quarterback. The team as a whole took a little bit of a step back, and so did CJ. So I think going in, they're motivated. I think they want to recapture a lot of the magic from CJ Stroud's rookie year, and now see, okay, in year 3, the pieces he has around him, they think the sky's the limit.
That's the way to get started. A pick up 17 and a very quick first down. Kirk is the motion man. They'll run it, and it's the USC man, Woody Marks. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
No gain on the play.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Beats the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll go again with Marks. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down for Houston.
First down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
He'll find the rookie out of Iowa State, Jaden Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A pickup of 21 on that connection. It's good for a Texans first down.
6-yard line.
And this offense just continues to methodically move the ball down the field here on their opening drive, Mike. And I think defensively, they've got to figure something out. Otherwise, this has the looks for one of those long days in the office.
They'll run straight ahead with Marks. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Colts 26-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. He's taken down just shy of the 10. His 2nd catch of the drive, this one good for 15 and a first down.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Fourth down, and on comes Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal.
A 33-yard
This
attempt.
from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Anthony Gould now to return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Kamari and Lassiter there on the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Texans who have the early lead. More from Houston coming up in a moment. The Colts with the football to start this second quarter from the 29. Here's 2nd and 6 as we are ready to get back underway. Taylor, first down and more. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 17
A gain of 17 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
It's a gain of
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of
Give him 14 on that one. That's good for a Colts first down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. Frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get 21 on that one. First down, Indianapolis.
A gain
core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner. The quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
In motion comes Pittman. Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. On third down, they'll set up to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Colts.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts move out to a 7-3 lead.
Texans 3.
To kick this one away. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Texans offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Marks to open the drive. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Now Stroud. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath, focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
39-yard line.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. This one complete to Higgins.
Stroud's pass complete to Jaden Higgins. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Stroud. This one's going to be taken in by Collins. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Moving to his right. He runs with it. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down.
10 yards.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
That's taken in by Marks. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds until the break.
2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal.
For the field goal.
This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans are back within 1. It's 7-6.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a deep shot for downs. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Tyler Goodson. He'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 6-yard pickup.
Here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
3rd and a yard. Now, faking the give. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Texans offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll start on the ground, and this is Marks. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Stroud gonna set up the throw. He'll get this complete over the middle with Colts. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They get 24 on that one. First down for Houston.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That's to the right side and incomplete. Jaden Higgins, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. The second-year man from UCLA, Leatu Latu, in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. Got his man. It's Kirk. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll go. It's Stroud. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will have the 1st down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on fourth down.
10 at the 39-yard line.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. It's a gain there of 27 yards.
First and 10 on the 12-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance both run and pass.
He will get into the end zone. Woody March. Touchdown, Texans. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now a big spot here for the Texans as they'll try for 2.
The Texans will line up.
They're going to try to run it in. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No 2-point conversion to add on as they come up empty.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return is Goodson. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one complete to Pierce. He's close to a first down. To gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 1. They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. He's inside the 30. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play when they needed it the most. And even 50 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Completing this one to downs. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 8-yard line.
Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. So now, an extra point really doesn't help that much. He'll try to go for 2 and make the difference 3. He'll go with Taylor on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the 4th quarter.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Texans offense ready to get back at it. They have likely 1 play left here north of the 2-minute warning as they're going to get started with 1st down. Throwing is Stroud. Open man, that's Collins. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They come up for 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. Right side, and Higgins has the catch.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
They'll run here. And he finds a little bit of space. They'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love
Here comes second down. From the gun, here's Stroud. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
He's got his tight end. It shows. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they could win the game on this possession.
On first down, it's Stroud. That one out wide for Marks. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Second and 2 at the 18-yard line.
I see a bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Don't know the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by.
Here's second and 2. On the RPO, he'll just flip it forward.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. He's got it at the 7. And the Texans going to be set up with first and goal. They're able to convert on that 3rd and 3.
That's another Texans first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's hauled in at the 2. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Makes the score Texans 19, Colts 15.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return is Goodson. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. There's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Here is 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Now 2nd and inches. They'll throw out of the gun. That's caught by the first-round pick, Tyler Warren. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. This offense still has the one timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. He'll look to throw. Right back to Warren again. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. Now they burn the timeout. They are in that gray area. They might be able to get in 2 plays, but maybe just 1 left in this game. We'll see. They'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just 1 more play.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw. But think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Here we go. 1 final play. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish as this one will come to an end. So it's a win here for the Texans. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.